Steve! Dr. Zahn yelled, almost making me lose my balance and plummet into the trench surrounding the hill that the former visitors center we now call home rests atop. John says that 2 of the camps haven't had any signs of activity in at least the past 3 days. You trying to get me back under your knife, Francis? I quipped. What on earth are you talking about? The doctor asked flatly, trying to ignore my use of her first name. What is it about doctors and the whole thing where they insist you refer to them by title? I was trying to dredge out some of the crap in this trench from the last burning. I indicated to the gaping chasm I was standing on the edge of with a giant claw-like device that Ian had fashioned to fish out the bones and such that build up when a few hundred of them get torched. You scared the crap out of me and almost made me fall in. Then you aren't paying attention to your surroundings and should consider yourself lucky that it was just an elderly doctor who managed to surprise you. She had a good point. I had, in fact, been daydreaming. It had only been 3 weeks since Melissa and I were married, but it had been 3 of the happiest in my life. Funny. Here I am, trying to stay alive when the world was being overrun by the Walking Dead, and I've never been so happy. How miserable was my previous life? When did John get back? I asked, deciding that this conversation with Dr. Zahn needed to change course. He and Sunshine just set their packs on the porch and are in the examination room waiting for my checkup. It was a standing rule. If you go out on a mission, you get inspected for bites or scratches first thing. Even though we now knew that the disease that turned you into a zombie wasn't 100% lock if you were nipped or clipped, as John liked to say, you still got checked out upon arrival. But no newcomers? I had to ask. Dr. Zahn was the type who only revealed things under direct questioning. I think it has something to do with her being a military doctor for so long. No. She looked as if she were about to say something, then stopped. But I tried to lead her. It's just that John seems distracted, and Sunshine seems antsy about something. I'll see what's up. I sighed. Just let me pull out these last few pieces. I looked down into the pit at the fully intact rib cage that I'd been about to grab before the doctors showed up. The cart was already brimming with bones. They would all be busted up and hauled away. Also, I need to see Melissa tonight for her baby checkup. Will do. And you're sure that you don't mind Talia and Emily being there? Both girls were, for all intents and purposes, my daughters. I'd rescued Talia the night the whole zombie thing started, and Emily had been entrusted to me by her father when he had us abandon the military outpost/small town that went by the name Serenity Base, when it was believed that a massive horde might be coming. It had. I think it is a fine idea that Melissa has the girls with her, the doctor said. And it wouldn't hurt for you to make an appearance as well. Isn't that sort of private? Husbands and boyfriends used to go to these things all the time. It is actually quite normal. Besides, I doubt there is anything I'll be checking that you haven't seen. Leave it to the good doctor to put a blunt edge on something and hit me over the head with it. I will be there, but I don't really see the point. Steve, Dr. Zahn let loose with a sigh of obvious exasperation. Normally, you are a good guy. You have a great heart, and it is obvious how much you care about everything. So how can you be so clueless about this?